Yo, it's your boy. Call me Mitzi. I'm back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Grind stuff. We're gonna be doing some more Labrynth, of course. That's the main deck right now. I got a couple of good replays that I wanted to save and share with you guys, but I did not have enough room in my logbooks if I'm gonna get all the way to Diamond 1 and share these replays with you guys. So instead, I'm just gonna share them now. Hope you guys enjoy. Just a couple more replays. Alright, so first game, Runic. Also, these are, in my opinion, some really good decks too that we were going against, so hopefully you guys enjoy. I don't remember most of them either, by the way, so I'm gonna be kind of following along and explaining what I did probably after I did it. This is a kind of bad hand because we don't have any way to use Epidemic Eradicator. We only set one because it's hard once per turn, and we don't have any way to get to it. He searches a destruction. That's fine. None of these cards really matter, because we already have another Epidemic anyways. Banishes one of our Imperial Iron Walls. This feels bad, man. Hey, Jorge, thanks. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Hope you have a good night, brother. So yeah, he searches, and he sets this card. This is like a new tech for any trap or spell deck. If you have no monsters that the opponent controls can attack, which is pretty useful. But on his draw card that he gave me, I got Imperial Iron Wall, so I set that card, and we go into the next phase. He banished one other Imperial Iron Wall, so as long as I get this card active, it should be pretty much good game already. Activates Upstart Goblin, sets one, summons Munin. Munin recycles so that he can get a lure. And at this point, I wanna stop Allure from getting any banishes off, because it's a once per card banish, which is really really tough. So I just wanted to use Imperial Iron Wall on the first banish, and plus Runic Tip also searches a destruction, which is really good. So I wanted to stop both of those things, but he had Red Reboot, so yeah, he Red Reboots that negates Imperial Iron Wall. It's completely fine, honestly. We set another Welcome Labrynth, and what this means is now Epidemic will be able to activate. So thank you, Red Reboot. Hopefully he doesn't destroy either of these two cards. It's pretty much the goal. Activates Allure. See what he banished. Dogmatica, one search card. Two of our Labrynth cards, actually. One of our trap tricks. Alright, so he passed his turn here. Now we are able to Eradicator. Eradicator, search Lovely. Dogmatica. I tried to Dogmatica here so that I can get a pop off of Lovely before I Epidemic. And once he tried to destroy my monster and banish, I called Epidemic. So I waited until it forced his hand. But then, lo and behold, he has another Red Reboot. So this is the second Red Reboot of this game. Kind of absurd, in my opinion. And he uses Hugin to protect the destruction, but it didn't work. So I'm trying to understand why it didn't work. Oh, because he tried to summon, honestly. Oh, because I destroyed it with Welcome, and I also destroyed it with I called the field spell with Lady, and then Hugin protected, and then my Elder Entity destroyed it. So he banishes another card. I set my other Epidemic for the follow-up turn. Call Lovely, do Epidemic. He special summons, but that really doesn't matter. So I get rid of Runic Allure. That's the only card that's doing anything right now. Reset one of his monsters, and he protects his hand. He protects his card, but look, his hand's gone. He had Card of Demise, another Fountain. So he has to pass turn here, and that's pretty much the game. So next turn, well, he has to wait 3 turns, but I would have been able to get another monster out, and then I would have been able to recycle, and I have another Epidemic set. So that was that game. It was pretty close, but a good fight. I remember this game being really, really fast, but this is another good game against a Dragon Link deck. So if you don't know the plays against Dragon Link to either stop their Synchro 4, so whenever, or their Synchro 8, so whenever they get a level 4 out and then a Tuner 4 out, you want to stop that, or you want to stop when they have 5 bodies on the board for a Link 5 play, okay? So don't let them get Link 5, don't let them get to Synchro 8. I search my Welcome Labyrinth because I don't see any point in getting the field spell with only Tears of the Overroot to make it work. But maybe I should have. I think right here was when I was just I was afraid that he had like Lightning Storm or something because I have no back row protection. So I instantly called Welcome Labyrinth so that I could do the pop play. I think you guys have already seen that, so I'm not going to explain it again. But you pretty much summon, then pop with the Eradicator, and now I can reset it with Trap Trick. The only difference is this time he summoned a body, so I used Terrors so that I could get both Lovely and Ariana's effect to draw a card and to pop a card. And I was gonna call spells anyways, which is why I set that spell again, because I'm gonna call spells. So this destroys a card, and then Epidemic call. So like I said, remember to do it on chain, so Lovely destroys a card that's not a spell. He uses Crossout Designator. Just because I don't know why. I really have no clue. So if you look at his hand, destroy his spells. He has 3 monsters. One of them's a Dark Eyes. That was one of his good starters, so he got rid of that. And then instead of using a spell, you can summon a monster. So I just resummoned Lovely as if she didn't leave the field, alright? So that's another play you can do if you have Ariana on the field. Black Metal brings out Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon, I saw him strike because I didn't want him to search into his Boot Secure. This card searches a Red Eyes, but he can't summon it without banishing. So he just waits. In the end phase, I called Trap Trick. I was going to probably set, I don't know, maybe a Dogmatica, and then next turn I could have reset Epidemic or something. And then I could have had Lovely for the follow-up. So that was pretty good game. I would have had at least another kill soon. Maybe I could have even gone for the kill with a Lovely play. But it don't matter too much, to be honest. That was a close game. I didn't even look at the deck for this game. We'll see. Okay, you get Lord, Epidemic, Iron Wall. This is a great hand. So, this is against the Spellbook. I'm going second. Oh, Runic Spellbook. So another Runic game. Just draws. And then this card, one of these cards lets him draw a lot of cards too, which is kind of crazy, but I don't think... Actually, this game was really close if I remember correctly. So he draws a ton of cards off of being able to... So these are all because he activated a spell. And these monsters come because of the spells, so... yeah, it's pretty much just a spell-heavy deck. So all these guys do. So I Dogmatica on his draw phase, so I can... I think this card said I can't special summon. And I wanted to just get Lord out so that I could do Epidemic early. He has Called By for my Elder Entity, but I call Imperial Iron Wall so that he can't... negate Elder Entities. So that's another good play. If they have Called By, you can Imperial Iron Wall so that whatever's in your graveyard stays in your graveyard. He summons Geary so that he can research Fountain. I summon my Lovely. Once he gets Fountain back, I summon Lord, and then I set Tears of the Overroot because Geary can't be destroyed, but it can be sent. So Tears of the Overroot can destroy it. And then I'm going to use Epidemic on Lord so that I can still keep Lovely on the field. So now all of his spells are gone. He has one more spellbook card. He gets another spellbook card. This card detaches so that he can summon a card on my field, but he was going to use that card so that he can summon another attribute on his field, but that body would have been popped by Torrential Tribute or another spell that I could have set next turn, so... That was another Runic game. Not too much to it. Game is a I didn't mean to make that public. Yeah, this was against a Sword Soul game. Pretty good, if I remember correctly. Sword Soul is really... You just have to wait until certain times to pop. As soon as they are getting their material out for their level 10 play, that's when I like to pop. So... He passed his turn. He went first, but he bricked. And if you look at my hand, I really bricked too. These are the 2 worst cards to have in your hand, but it's okay. Because we set 3 and pass. Okay. He suns. Gets a normal monster. Attacks. I don't want to stop this because there's no point. He's got more traps than a trap deck. It's kind of funny. Sorry, Dogmatica here. Elder Entity. Elder Entity, pop card. Lord activate. Lord activate so that I can pop one of the back row. Otherwise, it would have been protected. So summon Lord, get Pot of Extravagance for next turn, and that destroyed a crossout, which would not have affected me. Next turn, Pot of Extravagance, right off the rip. Imperial Iron Wall is going to be a really good card here. So Imperial Iron Wall. Oh, and this is nice too. So I can keep Lord for next turn. I could have done another 3,000 damage if I really wanted to, but I kept Lord. Activate Lord, set 4 pass. Another reason why this card is so good, because now I can just search my my Labrynth engine, and then once I get Lovely on the field, I can recycle Compulse and then reset Lord in my hand, and that's just infinite. Like I can pick whatever card I want every turn. So on the end phase, I Imperial Iron Wall, summon Lord. Lord searches the field spell. So you guys see what I did there, right? Imperial Iron Wall, and then I search this field spell. The field spell is going to activate, and then activate Tears of the Overroot. Destroy one of their cards. Summon Lovely from the hand. Lovely would have reset Compulse. Compulse my Lord back to my hand. Activate Compulse. Next turn, I could have kept all my cards protected, and then had 2 monsters on the field. Plus replayability. So that's that game. Okay, we're on to the next one. So we're playing a Flounderies deck. These cards don't seem that good against Flounderies, but maybe I do something right here. So he pots, searches, he gets his starter. Oh no, he gets an Ash, so this Welcome Labrynth is no longer useful. Alright, I add this card so that he can't keep it. He banishes to summon. Uses this card to add back to the hand. I need to destroy that card as soon as it comes to the field. Keep in mind, this card tributes your spells and traps, so very bad card to keep on the field, alright? You want to get rid of that as soon as you can. This card would have let him summon a level 8 bird, but I used my Elder Entity to destroy it. Recycled Eagland, banished my Elder Entity. Then he uses the Unexplored Winds. I tribute that. He tribute summons Flounderies, the main boss monster. He gets this spell, so I really want to get rid of this as well. I don't want him to be able to activate the Freezing Winds. That card is really annoying. But he has Ash, so negated. Does the damage. I can't really stop that. At the end phase, I'm going to get another Labrynth. So this card is essentially, so I knew that one of these cards, like I saw him set it. I knew that it was the card that I wanted to destroy. Like the one that only activates if you read their Flounderies, the Unexplored Winds, or whatever this card is called. It during the main phase only. So I set another Welcome Labrynth so that I can Compulse, and you'll see what I. So have your activation on here. In the draw phase, I Compulse, chain 1, chain 2 Welcome so that I can summon a body. Welcome comes on the board. Sends a monster from the field. Since a monster left the field, I can discard a card from the field or hand at random, and it resets a Welcome Labrynth. So I have replayability, and then I destroy the Unexplored, or whatever that's that card that lets them keep summoning. Then I reset my Dogmatica for next turn. Activate Lord, and I have two cards for next turn. All right. I did my 3,000 pass. All right, he's searching. He gets a Pot of Duality again, so another Ash for my Welcome again. So he's gotten, just keep having to play through Ash. Love my life. He's got an Eagland. Feels good, man. I'm surprised I didn't destroy the Eagland here. He gets Mist Avian. Alright. He goes into another body. And I think here, because I don't want him to tribute with these 2 cards, I destroy, and then on chain 2, I summon Ariana. Ariana is gonna let me draw a card because something was destroyed, and Lovely's gonna let me destroy a card because something was destroyed, and then Elder Entity would have destroyed another card. So I was gonna destroy both of their bodies, so they could get no more big birds on the board. Oh, that was kind of nice little onomatopoeia. Big bodies, big birds on the big. I don't even know what I said anymore. All right. Next game. That was this game. So this one. Against a 60 card Atoms deck. So this is just how you beat the Atoms. This is very simple. This is the reason why floodgates are a thing. Fuck Atomancipator. For real. All me and my homies hate 10-minute turns. Sorry. I just hate it. Boom. Right there. Rivalry of the Warlords. That's all you need. People say this card's bad. It's good. Trust. Imperial Iron Wall is not so... I mean, it's important, but not that important. So, check this out, actually. I think this was kind of funny, what he did. So, he goes into his rock buy, and then he's got an Aqua Monster, so I realize he's going to go Rivalry... Or, I realized that he's going to go multiple types. This card, you can banish. I just was reading card effects. One of these cards said... if this card is sent, you can gain 1000 HP. No, not this one. This one you can banish, and then you can draw a card, so I didn't want him to do that. He links 3s, so I saw him strike the link 3. And then that was just all bait, I guess. So he goes into his rock plays. Sends a monster. This card lets him destroy a face-up card. So this is the thing. I have Trap Trick on the board, and Imperial Iron Wall would have stopped me from using Trap Trick. But now that Imperial Iron Wall is off the board, I can still use Trap Trick. So he goes into Galleon, and on summon, I turn on the activation instead of auto, and then I destroyed Galleon so that he can't use the effect. And sent Wind Pegasus, didn't come up, but it's still a good card. And then Trap Trick would have searched me my lovelies, my engine, and that would have been game. I would have been able to recycle all my traps and everything. So that was a pretty good game. Math Mech, gotta love Math Mech. So yeah. Like I said, these are all pretty top tier decks. I think all of the decks so far that I've named have been on the tier list. I think this is my argument for why Labrynth should be tier 1 right here. I mean, it's not really that good. I'm just joshing around because I'm not gonna lie, I'm having a hard time getting out of Diamond 3. I might spend some time this weekend, but we'll see. So this is all pretty good. Skill drain you want to use as a last ditch, like a last thing you want to do. You want to make sure that you use your Terrors and Welcome together so that you can activate your lovely with it, so that you can get the chained effect with that card. That's why I'm probably letting him do a lot of stuff, if you guys are wondering why I'm not just popping skill drain automatically. But he goes into Link Rebo, which is a kind of annoying card to deal with for us. So I have to let him negate me. I choose to let him do negate Terrors because on activation of this effect, we'll still be able to summon Lovely. So I destroy the card that would have negated, but he negated. So that let me use my Labrynth field spell, but then he has a ghost spell, so we got to play through ghost spell. Okay, we have a welcome out, right? No, he has Ash, so ghost spell, Ash. It's fine. Got skill drain still though. Solemn Strike is a good card too. That Solemn Strike. Wait for him to go. Alright. He goes into this card. He can tribute to summon. He goes into this card. This card lets him search any Math Mech card. Like the first XYZ lets him search any Math Mech card. So I Solemn Strike to summon. I still want to keep skill drain for like last ditch efforts, because I want to use my lovely effect right now, to be honest. So this is a good draw. Getting Welcome Labrynth is a pop 1 and a summon. Actually, it's a pop 2 because lovely can pop. So lovely comes to the board, pop 1, search 1. Oh no, I don't even get to search because it wasn't a monster. But he gives up. There was not a lot for him to do, I guess. But once he did have a body, I would have been able to pop, and then I would have been able to summon the monster in my hand. So there wasn't a lot for him to do, to be honest. That was this game, I think. Math Mech, yeah. So now we're on to this game against the Bronze Duelist. Oh, another reason why we love floodgates right here. Branded fusion. I know this deck is giving people problems still. I don't know why it's not still tier 1, but its combos, like, I've never seen a card, branded one card, be so good for a deck. It's insane. It is insane. Hey, what's up? What's up, Quash Snake? How's it going, bro? I hope you're having a good night, my man. So anyways, I searched Rivalry because of luck and also because I already have 3 cards. So this is what high rank looks like. Oh yeah, it's all floodgates, my guy. It's all floodgates. Yes, Snake. That's a good name, Snake. Like from Smash Bros. That's funny. Anyways, yeah, floodgates central. This is how you beat branded right here. You just randomly search rivalry and then you set 3 pass. So I didn't search for compulse or terrors because I already have terrors and I also already have 2 normal traps, so not super important for me to get it. This is another game where you want to activate terrors before you activate welcome because you'll be able to summon lovely off of terrors, and then welcome will be able to summon Ariana, pop a card, and then you'll be able to get your draw 1 plus destroy another one. So that's kind of the main point. I save rivalry for him to get into dragons, and then dragons is when I call it. Hear me out. Watch my replay to be reminded of the good old days of low rank. Don't worry. The ranks are not much different. It's just about how much you can cuck your other opponent. So I just do a good job because I have rivalry. Rivalry saves this game. It's one of the best cards in my opinion. It's one of the best cards. Even though it's not that good in this current meta, it stops a lot of decks. Oh, I know. Good old days, yeah. Yeah, this is for YouTube, by the way, Snake. So everyone in YouTube, comment if you oh yeah, I let him attack here because I want to summon welcome on the end phase. So always try to do your plays in the end phase because it'll let you have more cards to pop on the field. But everyone on YouTube, comment about the good old days. What decks did you guys used to run? My first ever deck was I think Eldritch, so I'm not that old. It's also still scummy, so. Anyways, I use terrors to set a random card just because it won't be activatable this turn. And then welcome will summon Ariana, destroying a card on the field, and then I'll get my draw 1 and then my my pop 1. So that's the point of that. And also he can't summon another body, so that's another reason why you don't want to destroy that body in the battle phase. Reset Dogmatica from Ariana effect. He had a what was this from? Oh, his Titanland let him summon a Fallen of Albaz, which let him tribute my monster, but that didn't matter because Dogmatica is letting him. Dogmatica is gonna destroy his monster, and then it'll also resummon the lovely that he destroyed. So it won't really matter in about like 1 second. So, and also we'll be able to reset Dogmatica. We use PSY Framelord, I think, to reset another card too, which is nice. So if you guys don't run this PSY Framelord card, it's a really good card because you can use it. For example, if I had used my Elder Entity, I could use it to reset Elder Entity into my extra deck and then keep on going back and forth. So it would have infinite pops between Dogmatica and Elder Entity. Really good. So yeah. Anyways, this card's gonna summon, I think it summoned Lovely, and then I continue. So that's why it's a bunch of replays. And I'm assuming it's gonna be a series. Yeah, this is like the 5th or 4th one in the series. What did I reset? Yeah, so Despian Tragedy is gonna be used to reset the branded fusion in his grave. So I used PSY Framelord. Instead of resetting one of my monsters, I reset his Despian Tragedy so he can't get branded fusion again. And then I have Epidemic Eradicator so that I can call spells, which is very, very nice against branded fusion. So we're gonna use this to destroy all his spells, and then it'll reset Lovely because a normal monster left the field because of Labrynth. So as you can see, we call spells. He called by me, but it doesn't matter because I don't even need that monster. He has a ton of cards that really don't do anything to my deck, and then I destroy the branded fusion in his hand. This resummons Ariana, so like I said, we have another monster. This will search a Welcome Labrynth for next turn. And then Alubir searches Branded in red. He can't even use it, but Dogmatica will pop Alubir. Alubir, so chain 1, I'm going to be able to destroy another spell in his hand. Chain 2, I'll summon Lord, and then I will be able to reset Pot of Extravagance for next turn. So that was the plays for that game, and that was how he scooped. And then the last game was one final game against another Runic. So a lot of Runic games, but this is kind of what the meta is being dominated right now by. So maybe more Cheerlement stuff when it comes out, but maybe more Sprite stuff when that comes out. But this is what the meta is right now. So that's why Imperial Iron Wall is so important in this deck. If you guys don't run it, it's really, really good. So we have 2 Lord, Rivalry Dogmatica, or Rivalry, Torrential, and Welcome. None of these cards directly impact Runic, but we have 2 Lords, so we'll be able to search any of our spells. Meta's not scary. It's just you have to know your way around the decks. You have to read a lot of cards. So for example, he has to pass turn here because he used Pot of Duality, so he can't special summon to search with one of his monsters. So that actually really cucked him, because now I can use my Lovely because all of his cards are set, so they're not usable this turn. And this will let me summon Lord. Lord on the field means that I can set Epidemic Eradicator, and guess what? That's the only card that I need to win this game. You'll see in one turn. You'll see right now. I don't even wait until the full turn. Right now, before he does anything, I call Epidemic Eradicator. And he just does everything right now, but it doesn't matter. He's literally doing nothing. He's literally doing nothing. So he's just banishing as much as he can before. But there goes his entire hand. So you guys saw one card just beat that entire game. Or not even the game, just that hand. So now we go into the next turn. He negated my effect, but you'll see what happens. So that gets destroyed. He has to pass turn. There's nothing for him to do. And then because he passed turn, I can activate Lovely. So I can set Compulse, which is great. So I can use Lord for that combo I was talking about earlier. And then also I can use Lovely to set Epidemic Eradicator. And then activate Lord so none of my cards can be destroyed. And next turn, Epidemic if I wanted to. So infinite Epidemics. Reason why this deck is goated against Runic. This deck has a lot of fun combos. Just remember to use Compulse and Lord in different kinds of ways, not just to set what you think you want, but also you can use it to win games sometimes if you know what you're looking for. So yeah, those are the replays. Those are the games. Halfway to Diamond right now. We're gonna see how it goes. This weekend's gonna be the grind weekend, and then I'm gonna probably post something, and we'll see. If I don't get that far though, feels bad, man. I'll definitely post an end of season recap if I don't get that far. So I'll let y'all know. But GG's for now. Snake, thanks for stopping by, bro. For those of you who don't know, I stream this all on YouTube, on Twitch, so you guys can come and watch it if you guys want on live, and I can answer questions and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, GG's, Snake. I'm off for now. Thanks for stopping by. Feel free to follow or, look at my YouTube, and you can definitely, follow along there. I'll keep you in the loop, brother, man. I appreciate you. Anyways, adios, GG's.